The problem is my cucumbers are producing, but the leaves don't look all that great. So we can see if we can work them out. It goes my leaves on the cucumbers. See right there, got a little issue. We can get all this knocked out real quick. And my peppers are still looking really small, as well as my tomatoes. Let's see if we can fix that. All right, today I'm gonna make a quick soil drench that you can add to peppers, cucumbers, tomatoes. What's happening is, since I put them in the ground, they are getting, the leaves are turning a little different colors. I got shades of yellow. The leaves are stunted a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is make this drench. I'm gonna let it sit for 24 hours, and I'm gonna apply it directly to the soil. In the next video, I'm going to be adding a foliar spray as well to help combat some of that yellowing and things on the leaves as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is mix all my dry ingredients. I did try this a couple weeks ago. I mixed everything in the bucket. Straining it was ridiculously hard. So I went to my favorite spot, got me a stocking here. So what I'm going to do is mix all the dry ingredients in there, and then I'm just gonna add it to the bucket. So the first thing I'm gonna do is add about 2 tablespoons of molasses. We all know I don't like measuring out molasses because it's so sticky. So what I'm gonna do is just pour about 2 tablespoons straight into the bucket. I'm gonna stir it a little bit. That's why I don't like it, because it's sticky. So I'm gonna hit it with about 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. All right, we're gonna leave that like so. Yeah, molasses is super sticky. This is warm tap water. You could use rainwater, whatever you want to use. I always use tap because that's what I use to water outside in the garden. The next thing I'm gonna do is give that a little stir. Try to get that to break down. As you can see, it is breaking down. Perfect. Next thing I'm gonna do is add 2 just regular 325 milligram uncoated aspirin. I'm just gonna drop that in there. I'm not worried about that. You could crush it if you want to speed things up. This is gonna sit for 24 hours, so I ain't too concerned on that. Next thing I'm going to do is add, let me see if I can get this. All right. I'm going to add my alfalfa to the stocking. Dump it in there and just pull it back around like so. I did drop a piece, so I'm gonna go rescue him. I got that in there. Give me 1 second. All right, got that piece. Next thing I'm gonna do, let me get this stocking down a little more closer so I ain't gotta pour as far. Next thing I'm gonna do is add the yeast. That's 1 tablespoon of yeast, a 1/2 cup of alfalfa. Get that all in there like so. And lastly, I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of oatmeal. Get that on the camera. I'm just gonna open it and pour it like so. Got that in there. I was gonna tie it in a knot, but I don't think I am. I'm just gonna hang it off the side and crush the end down with the bucket. So I'm just gonna start just letting them dip. Start letting things get wet. You can already see some color changing. Oh yeah. It's already being, I can tell it's gonna be easier to get this off. Now the mask that's gonna be left, I'll just add it to some plants. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna let this just go. I'll come back every, at least 2 or 3 times a day. I'll show you, I'll take the top off. We'll pop it up a couple of times like so. But we're just gonna let this sit. And like I said, I'm just gonna take that, add the top, not sealing it all the way, just setting it down. All right, we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes. We're gonna come back and see how it's looking. All right, it's been about 15 minutes. I just want to open it up to see what it looks like. So we're gonna pop the top. Yeah, you can see my yeast just came through. That's good there. The reason why I went with the stocking Two reasons: to keep the debris in there. If I do see a lot of debris, I can add another stocking to it, make it double ply. And also too, it will help as the alfalfa expands, it expand with it. So I'm liking that aspect of it. And all the ingredients I'm using, I've used before. And what I did was I used AI to help me come up with this particular formula. I put in all the parameters that I wanted to use. I wanted it to be ready in 24 hours. How much what ingredients I was, and it came back with this here solution. Like I said, I have done it before using AI. Cut my time down tremendously. I don't have to sit here and play and think, oh, is that too much, too less? So we're going to use this right here. The amounts that's in here, like I said, with this particular version, I use way more than what AI even recommended to go in here for this particular one. So we're gonna let that sit. We're gonna check back with it in about 10-12 hours, and we let you know what it looks like. All right, it's been about 10-11 hours. We're gonna pop the top, see what we got going on. I don't see any of the what's the word I'm looking for? Yeast. It smells good, and this is definitely expanded. I'm gonna wring it out tomorrow. This is the whole sock is wet from where it's just wicking the water. So I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna give it a quick stir just to see if there's anything on the bottom. No, it feels good. So actually, I'll give it that stir tomorrow. I mean, not the stir, but the start squeezing it out. I think that's gonna help a lot. So it's looking good. Looking really, really good. All right, it's been about 24 hours since I made my drench. See what we got. It's looking good. Like I said last night, the only thing I'm not too happy about is the amount of yeast that's in there. It's not all that great to me. Just give it a quick squeeze though. This might help bring some out as well. I can see that's my oats. I'm liking the stocking effect. It is helping out tremendously. It might double it up. I'm scared I might poke a hole in it. And with the oatmeal, I might do something else different as well. I might put it in its own stocking. The other thing I know is that this is wicking water. It's not leaking too bad off the side. I might flip it to the top when I put it on. This what I think I'll do. Keep it from bleaching out this water. I'll just raise it and put it on the top. But it's looking good. I'm getting a lot of, yeah, those are all my oatmeal right there. It's all my oatmeal. So let it sit for another 24 hours and we'll use it tomorrow. Stay tuned. All right, so it's about to rain on my head. So I got it out here. I'm gonna try to put it down real quick. We got showers passing through. It did rain earlier, so that's good. But only thing I'm really putting it on, I'm gonna put it on my peppers and my cucumbers. And I'm gonna go hit up my squash that I got in my bed out there. So basically, once again, it's gonna ring this out. I ain't gonna do the mash today. I got a separate video that I'm gonna use as far as the mash that's inside this bag on how I'm gonna distribute it throughout my garden. But I'm not gonna do that today because it's gonna rain. So I'm just gonna try to get as much as out that I can. We're gonna set that there. Last time I had a major debacle. So what I did was I got that same another stocking. I had some cement weights that I got. So I put that in there as well. So what I'm gonna do is cut the pump on, drop it in there. We're gonna get the pumping. So I got my pump on. I got it in there. Probably should have detangled this. I was trying to find a. Oh man, don't tell me it's out of battery already. I just charged it. All right, so we had to get the backup pump. I don't know what's wrong with the other one. This one goes really slow, but which is cool. And all I'm gonna do is just pump it down in there. The other one had a more shower head. It came out a little faster. Normally I would just let this hit on the soil, but it's supposed to rain, so all this will get rinsed off. It does have some properties in there as well to be a like a foil spray, but I got another recipe for that I'm gonna use as well. So I got 2 more recipes coming up in the near future. One for the just a mash I can put down on the soil, and then I got a foil spray that I'm gonna completely use to spray all over the plants to help them. It help keep some of the bugs off. Not a whole lot, but this will hopefully get not hopefully, but it should get everything going. I did it about 3 weeks ago, so I'm back at it again finally. And I'm just gonna do each one like this. Hope I don't get rained on. This seems like it's gonna take forever. I normally use this one to water stuff in the house, but we're gonna do it like this. So I might be out here for a little while. We're gonna go all the way down. All my peppers, cucumbers, and squash I'm gonna hit with this. I still got some stuff up there on the deck I might do. I'm not for sure. It's like a couple tomatoes. I can hit this with tomatoes as well. So we're gonna see where we end up at the after I get everything down here. If I got anything left, I'll hit the stuff on the deck. If not, like I said, I got some more stuff I'm gonna make for y'all so y'all can get things going. The purpose of this is to try to help with some of that yellowing of the leaves and to help them boost in the growth. Because I bet they probably been out here maybe 3 or 4 weeks now, so nothing is really taking off like I would like it. I am going into regular soil straight from that was in the backyard. I really didn't add anything but some compost, and I did hit it with some a mash I made at first, but obviously that wasn't enough. So I'm just coming back and get it again. The soil is very what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, the soil is well draining. It's just wet right now from where it rained, so that's why it don't look like it. But normally it goes right on in there. So hopefully I can get this out here long enough before the rain hits. We will see. So I'm gonna get these down. I'm gonna hit the cucumbers next. So I'll show you what I'm gonna do with those. So just stay tuned. All right, so I think my pump is clogged, so we gotta do it the old-fashioned way. So what I'm gonna do is just scoop this in and pour it down on all the plants. We're gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna do one real quick for y'all because it's about to rain. I told my daughter the pump might be clogged. She said life happens. Indeed it does. That's why I like doing what I do, because everything ain't always perfect. So I'm gonna do it like that. But I'm gonna get off of this when I get over to I'm down here with the cucumbers now. When I get to the squash, I'm gonna jump back on for a hot second, and then we're gonna take it from there. All right, I'm over here in the squash bed. I'm gonna do this real quick because it's getting ready to pour. But I'm just taking it, paste it, dump it at the root of the plant. Look at that nasturtium right there, looking good. If you ain't got none of those, that's really a real nice companion plant. And I also found too, the Alaskan variety of it deters rabbits. So if you got rabbits, get some the Alaskan version of the nasturtium.